What up, Ricky, with another Ace Attorney video. March 21, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. Detective Gumshoe said they had an investigation briefing. Yeah. Oh, he's back. Hey, so you came, pal. Why the blunt greeting? Because there's nothing to be friendly or happy about. What do you mean by that? Well, things look perfect this time around. The evidence and the testimony are airtight. But we can't just roll over and die. We have to stay positive. Yeah, get this done. And the next session will start the trial proper. So what do you mean the evidence is airtight? Can't give you all the details, pal, but there's two big pieces. Two? And both of them are in this photo. The first is the button missing from the victim's chest. That's a button that you found during your body search for Mr. Armyard. Yep, found it in the folds of the Nickel Samurai's special pants. And the second one is the knife in his chest, pal. The fingerprints on the knife in his chest, to be exact. Fingerprints? Whose are they? You didn't even have to ask, little missy. It's obvious. They're Matt Armyard's. John's trial. Talk about being stuck between a rock and a hard place. So what about this airtight testimony? Still old security lady, Miss Oldback. I thought so. What do you mean you thought so? Did she tell you something, pal? Well, they even told her not to open that mouth of hers to blab to anyone. Her blab knob is stuck on 10 and there's no turning it down, Chester. Yeah, well, Ms. Oldback saw it all, pal. Allergies! She saw Mr. Armgard come out of the victim's room around the estimated time of death. No way. No way, no way, no way! We're pretty interested in this bit of gossip ourselves. The scandal with Mr. Corrida? But why? Well, 2 years ago, a woman committed suicide. Suicide? Her name was Celeste Impacts. And she's Juan Corrida's manager. The victim's manager? But that's not all, pal. Ms. Impacts was Miss Adrian Andrews' mentor. She taught Miss Andrews everything she knew about the business of Square One. Her mentor, a woman who was both Mr. Corrida's manager and Ms. Andrews' mentor. Could her suicide have something to do with this case? Okay, I was gonna wait until in the trial when we're cross-examining Andrews, or at some point in Andrews, I don't remember which. But I forgot it was mentioned this early. If you're uncomfortable with the subject of suicide, not much I can do for you, since a good majority of this case revolves around that plot point. Just a heads up. You want to know more about her, pal? Pally Wally? Pally Wally doodle lullaby. She was the victim's manager and was also Miss Adrian Andrews' mentor. It's been 2 years since her suicide, and now those two are linked again by another death. Maybe it's just a coincidence, but I'm getting sick of dealing with one foolish idiot after another. Ms. Von Karma, you can't seem to stop allying yourself with the enemy, can you? I don't need a traitor in my midst. You don't. You don't mean... I do. Scruffy, you have 30 minutes to get out of here. You are no longer needed. Goodbye. That's... Wait! Please wait, sir. If I don't get this month's pay, I'll Quiet. If it weren't for traitors like you, I would have won. Is that what you want to say? Who? That voice. Edgeworth! It's been a long time, right? This person... This is Mr. Edgeworth? What am I gonna do with you? Still blaming others when things go wrong. You haven't changed a bit, Franziska. You... How dare you show your face to me without a shred of shame upon it? You saw the Von Karma name, dragged it through the mud. You even ran away with your tail between your legs like the ill-bred dog you are. Are you talking about the Von Karma family creed? To be perfect in every way? Then let's hear it, Franziska. How are things going? I hear you are having a rough time maintaining perfection in this country. You seem to be getting crushed under the weight of it all. That's why I came back. Keep your assumptions to yourself. I haven't given in yet. I won't lose. This case is mine. I'll never hand it over to you. Never. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I will see you tomorrow in court. It'll be a clinical lesson on the meaning of total victory. Still the same wild man she always was. I thought the prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, had gone and died. Mr. Nick? I never wanted to see you again. I think that's enough of a warm welcome for someone you haven't seen in a year. You gonna run tomorrow's trial? You heard her, right? That wild mare hasn't given in yet, it seems. So no, I don't think I'll be making an appearance. Your hatred for me is quite unhealthy, not to mention one-sided. But I will say one thing. You can't win on your own at the trial tomorrow. What's that supposed to mean? I have something definitive that you lack, and working together is the definition of teamwork. It's the power to find the truth. The truth? Yeah, it baffles me how he became like one of the most beloved characters in this series. To the point where he has his own 2 games. Yeah. In order to understand this case, you have to understand a certain truth. Well, if you ever feel the need for my assistance, it is available to you. I'm not in charge of this case, so I can be a bit more generous with information. This was going inside his head. A lot of things may have happened, however, Manfred Von Karma was still my mentor. And a perfect win record is proof of a Von Karma. 1 year ago, you could not establish guilt. 1 year ago, you could not establish guilt in a few cases. Are those losses the reason you suddenly disappeared from a prosecutor's office? Office? Did you leave because you had lost your perfect win record? To think your motivation for prosecuting trials is so selfish. It'd have been better for everyone if you never came back from the dead, Edgeworth. I see. Let me ask you something. Why do you stand in the courtroom? What is your reason? Well, with Franziska, she almost always says, I will defeat you this time, since she sees me. But the courtroom is not a personal battlefield for prosecutors and lawyers. I stand in the courtroom to defend my client, to save their lives. To save your clients, you say? Those who think only of their own ego-driven goals, those kinds of prosecutors are reprehensible to me. Even if you're a prodigy, or someone like you, graduate. Looks like there's still a lot you have yet to learn. A lot I've yet to learn? Me? Well, that's enough for now. The time when you will see is coming soon enough. Bam, 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 bam. This woman is another key to solving this case. Do you really think so? She was Adrian Andrews' mentor a long time ago, but she was suddenly called away by a different show, and became Juan Corrida's manager. And then a few months later, Celeste Impacts died. But her death was ruled a suicide, right? Yes, but there is still one riddle yet to be... There's still one riddle we've yet to solve. Drop the D there, but there's still one riddle we have yet to solve. A riddle? Her suicide note. It went missing. No one could find it. A suicide note that just vanished? Huh. Ms. Impact's death was most certainly a suicide. Of that there's no mistake. However, we could not find her suicide note. That's when the police began to suspect that someone had hidden it. The suicide note? But how do you know Ms. Impacts had even written such a note? There was no solid evidence. However, we did find traces of ink on her right index finger, which makes the likelihood of the suicide note very high. But who would hide such a thing? The police think it was Mr. Juan Corrida himself. The victim? He was the one who found her body, which makes him the only person who had a chance to hide a suicide note. Mr. Corrida hid his own manager's suicide note, but why? As long as the note is missing, any speculation beyond this is meaningless. For now, I think you should look this over. This is the suicide report. Part 1, anyway. Part 1. Suicide report added to the court records. I don't like to look through reports. I like suicide reports even less. First of all, with the reports that have multiple parts, like this one. That is 2. 2 parts? What you just handed me is the first part of the report. Here's the second part. The second part of the report is about an attempted suicide. The attempter's name is Adrian Andrews. Ms. Andrews? What did she do? She tried to kill herself. Doesn't seem like the kind of person to try to kill herself, though. You think she's a strong career woman? That's just what she wants you to think. Adrian Andrews, she has a certain secret she's always trying to hide. A secret? Her dependent nature. That's what she's really like on the inside. Miss Andrews, dependent? Talk about the exact opposite of what that woman is. What's this about Ms. Andrews having a dependent nature? Adrian Andrews' attempt at suicide. It was a few days after the death of Celeste Impacts. And? Then why did Adrian Andrews think about committing suicide? Because she had apparently lost her will to live. Lost her will? But why would she? Her pillar of strength, her mentor, Celeste Impacts, was gone forever. That's why. Why would that... Is this what they call following someone to the grave? After her attempted suicide, Adrian Andrews started attending counseling sessions. She is someone who needs a person in whom she can trust absolutely. Once she finds that person, she'll do anything she can to keep them there. Without such an anchor in her life, her crippling anxiety stifles her ability to live. And that's the nature of her dependency on others? When Celeste and Pax suddenly committed suicide, the world before her turned pitch dark. That's according to Adrian Andrews herself. That means her super confident attitude? It's all a facade. She's only copying her mentor's behavior to hold herself together. Felt terrible. Attempted suicide report added to the record. Attempted suicide report added to the court record. I forgot she had Cyclops. Thank you. Age wife. March 21, Gateway Hotel, On Guard's hotel room. Oh, Ms. Andrews is here. But it looks like she's talking with someone. That's Franziska von Karma. Miss von Karma? What are you doing here? Well, you see, I'm his lawyer, so... You get some nerve following me around. Follow you? That's you, Miss von Karma. You're the one doing the following. Pearls. You're always following after that Mr. Detective with the little beard. Me? Following after Scruffy? Don't make me laugh. Don't make me laugh! Let me show you something interesting, little girl. Beep, boop, bop, beep, doop, boop, beep. What's that? An electromagnetic receiver. The planet tracking device on that detective. And with this? I know that fool's every move. So that noise we heard was the receiver. I feel really sorry for poor Detective Gumshoe now. Now then, let's stop wasting time. Adrian Andrews. Yes? Think hard on what we just discussed. Understood? Alright. What were those two talking about? There's Andrews. She seems a little dazed, doesn't she? Take that! Motive for murder. Murder? Why was Juan Corrida murdered? That's me. I think you know the reason he was killed. Why are you hiding things? Don't you realize you're putting Mr. Ongar's life in danger by your actions? Why do you ask questions for which I have no answers? The truth is, I was not that close to Mr. Corrida. You were not that close? That's right. Never been good at being intimate with another person. Not good at being intimate with another person? Somehow I highly doubt that. You and Mr. Corrida had an intimate relationship, did you not? A silly third-rate tabloid article? If you even had half your wits about you, you wouldn't believe such rubbish. It seems quite a few people have already bought into this story. It's to be expected. In a world filled with crooks and liars. Note to self, stay on your good side. In any case, I despise interpersonal relationships like that. I see. However, what if there was a need for you to get close to someone? Me? Need to get close to Mr. Corrida? As if there was ever such a need. Didn't you get close to Mr. Corrida for this person's sake? Celeste Impact, your mentor. How do you know about Celeste? Ms. Impact, she committed suicide, didn't she? But it looks like no one knows why. Right before her death, she was Juan Corrida's manager. So I believe you got close to Mr. Corita so you could find out more about her suicide. You have a great imagination. You may have a future yet as a slimy muckraker for a putrid third-rate tabloid. Ms. Andrews? There was no mystery surrounding her death. None. It would be pointless for me to force myself into a relationship for nothing. Is that really true? Was there really no mystery at all? I don't believe you were completely at ease with the way her suicide was resolved. Oop! Shit! I fucked that up. I fucked up. When I hit back, I meant to switch here, but I forgot it was a different button. Ms. Impact's suicide note was never found, was it? It looks like the police were under the suspicion that someone had hidden it. Like maybe the person who discovered her body, Mr. Corita. What? And Mr. Andrews, Ms. Andrews, I believe you thought the same thing. That's why you became intimate with Mr. Corita. I've sat by quietly listening to your insulting ramblings long enough. It's true that Celeste was my mentor. However, allow me to say this again. It had nothing to do with me. I don't even know that her suicide note was never found. I'm a person who doesn't care about what goes on in the lives of others. That's the impression you like to give. However, I don't think that's who you really are. What? I have evidence that says otherwise. This is proof that Celeste Impact was someone very special to you. Miss Andrews, you nearly went through with it too, didn't you? Went through with what? Ending your life. Miss Andrews, you look and act like a very strong woman who has it all together. You don't answer anyone's help, relying on you and yourself. Yes, I've been very independent ever since I can remember. However, that is all just a lie, a facade. You've always searched out people on whom you can depend on. You were dependent on Miss Impact, weren't you? Which is why, when she passed away, you lost everything you had. Stop! When Celeste passed away so suddenly, like that, I died a death of my own, but no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't stop thinking about what had become of her note. You must have heard about the police report. The one that said the police suspected Mr. Corita of hiding Ms. Impact's note. To be fair, it never said she was married. It never said she was divorced. Ms. is used for those... yeah. Ms. is used for the case of a divorce. Mrs. is when they're married. Miss is when they're not divorced and never had and was never married. So it would be Miss, not Ms. For guys, it's just Mr. in every case. So I think I don't know how they do it in Japan, but I think that got translated wrong, because it's never mentioned that she was ever married or divorced. So I think it's supposed to be Miss, not Ms. You heard about it and thought to recover it from him at any cost, am I right? If that's the case, then everything changes. What do you mean? What topic did we start this conversation on again? It was why was the victim killed? Exactly. Somehow, Miss Andrews, seems that you have become the one with a reason to want Mr. Cordita dead. Me? Ms. Impacts was everything to you. And then she died. And you would do anything to find out why she killed herself. Even commit murder. Murder? It's true. I am a woman who can only live in insecurity. I am physically small and I don't really have a lot of self-confidence. I've pushed against all that, though. I've tried to live strongly. I never wanted anyone to find out the truth. Ms. Andrews, this one thing, it's the one thing I wanted to take with me to the grave. It was my secret. Mine and mine alone. I'm sorry. You probably think I'm a worthless human being right now, don't you? Please, Miss Andrews, all I want to know is the truth. After Celeste passed away, I heard that someone had hidden her suicide note. That someone was Juan Cordita. Celeste. Without her, I became scared. Everyone seemed like they were out to get me. So you got close to Mr. Cordita to recover her suicide note, correct? Looks like that tabloid reported the truth after all. Yeah, ironic, isn't it? But like they say, where there's smoke, there's fire. If they purposely add and if they purposely add fuel to the fire, they keep the celebrity world burning. But as for the suicide note, I didn't and wouldn't kill anyone for it. It just doesn't suit me, that's all. Well, that's enough for now. I still have work to do, so... I understand. Oh, I have one small favor to ask. My Temptative site. I'd like for you to keep it a secret. Miss Andrews, if people found out about my weakness, I would sooner choose to die than live. Alright, I understand. We'll keep it a secret. Miss Andrews, I guess she's the overthinking type. She probably never says anything without carefully thinking it through first. Thank you for your discretion. Mr. Nick, can I ask you something? What is it? Miss Andrews has been playing with that card in her hand since a little while back. That card? Yeah, I guess she has. Miss Andrews, what is the card you're holding? Huh? Oh, this? I don't quite know. It just suddenly appeared in my handbag. What is it? Looks like a seashell? That's what it looks like. Does it? I honestly don't remember owning this card. I wonder where I picked it up from. I'm not remembering something clearly. Sounds like it would be a rare occurrence. Well, I must be off. I'll leave Mr. Ongard in your capable hands. God damn it. French 21, Gatewater Hotel, hallway. I think we gathered about all we can. What about Mystic Maya? She alright? Oh, Pearls, she looks so worn out by all this. She hasn't slept at all, and she's been walking all over the place with me today. What's wrong, Mr. Nick? Let's go back to the office for a little while. You're really tired, right? Oh, no. I'm okay, really. I'm fine, I really am. You don't look fine to me. Ow, my brain. French 21, Wright & Co. offices. So, what now? Well, we did find one thing out for sure. Miss Andrews has a motive. You mean Ms. Impact's suicide note? That's right. She was also the one to discover the victim's body. However, beep bop boop boop. Hang on, I got something in my eye hole. Ah, that's better. Ah, Mr. Nick, the transceiver. Excuse me. Hello, Wright and Co. Law offices. Mr. Attorney, you're not answering a phone. Maya, where's Maya? As I promised, I have not gone within a few feet of her this whole time. Which is why I suppose she's absolutely famished. What? So I suggest you want a quick acquittal, my friend. At any cost, wouldn't you agree? Wait, Maya, let me hear her. Very well. Ask my... Maya, is that you? Ask my sis. Maya! Maya! Damn it, he cut me off. Mrs. Maya said ask my sis, didn't she? Sis, what's she mean by that? Come on, Phoenix. You're hopeless one. Sorry. Ah! Mia! I have a message from Maya, so come, ask me anything you want about her. Ah, damn. Ow, my nose. Oh. How's Maya? She's safe, for now. That kidnapper is wanting to keep his word, it seems. Glad to hear she's safe. But Mia, how did you know? As soon as she was locked up, Maya called for me. I read the note she left, then I gathered as much information about her surroundings as I could. You know, you could use spirit channeling like that. Pretty smart of her. The kidnapper, what's he like? I don't know. Apparently, Maya went to answer a phone call at the hotel and was drugged there. And? She didn't see the face of her attacker. Ugh. Maya's locked up in a very dark place right now. Tell you everything I heard when I was with her. When you were with her? Date, time, location. Starving. I could really go for some apple pie. I mean, at a time like this, sweets are the only way to go. I have to stay positive. He promised he wasn't going to kill me. I'm not going to die. Sis, what if you're with Nick right now? What are this? Someone dropped a card here. Oh, it looks like a business card. But there's no name on it. It's a picture of a sheet. It's a picture of a seashell. I think. What a strange card. Booze! What's this? Feels like there are a lot of glass bottles here. And these, they feel like barrels. I'll pass. Too bad I'm really hungry, not really thirsty. Well, it's beer. And that's a keg. Or a cask, maybe? No, it's a keg. Kegs aren't just metal, you know. Yes, it's a barrel, but specifically it's a keg for wine. There's all sorts of things piled up here, but it's too dark to see. Even with the light there? Bullshit. That's right, it's locked. But this door is locked, seems easy enough to open. On TV, the hero always uses a plastic card or a stiff piece of cardboard. Then click, they magically open the door. Well, there's a card like that around here I could use. Aha! That's it. The show card. If I use this, maybe I can get the door open. This might be my key out of here. I had a feeling this card might be useful. Such a genius. Alright, now if you excuse me, Mr. Kidnapper. I did it! Okay, now I'm getting the heck out of here. Shouldn't keep Nick waiting, or worried. Sí, señor. Wish I could delete those. I'll give you a sniblet. And that's all your snibbling you're getting. Snibbles. Snibble, snibble, snabble. Ah, it's attorney. Justice for all. Anyway, I do have 10 minutes left. I could keep going, but no point. We'll leave it there. We can get to the and maybe we can get to the trial next time on Dragon Ball Z. Anyway. Till then, I'm Ricky, and goodbye.